Hello, Instagram and Facebook. So, welcome to Lead with Xaye. So how do I want to start this? So, a couple weeks ago, I got a download to kind of share my journey of, you know, learning to lead myself. And so that is what Lead with Xaye is all about. On this workshop, it is right now it's 4 week. This is episode 2 out of 4. So if you didn't catch the last one, you can definitely go to my YouTube channel, Xavier Xaye Prelo, or you can scroll down my feed and see episode 1 of Lead with Xaye. But with this workshop, I felt empowered to kind of just share my personal journey of learning to lead myself, as I grow in womanhood and as I grow in, entrepreneurial work. So with that being said, Lead with Xaye is all about learning leadership, learning new skills, learning to live a life of excellence, being enthusiastic along the journey, learning the skill to develop your inner drive, your willingness, your ambition, and being your authentic self, as well as learning the skill of discipline and being determined on your journey. So last week we talked about who are you? And so I knew I was gonna leave something, but I actually left my journal. But pretty much what we did on the last episode, you can definitely feel free, like I said, to go check it out either on YouTube or scroll down my channel. I call it a workshop because it is real time, so you can complete the exercises with me on the video. But we talked about who are you. So really just knowing yourself and creating yourself of whom you want to become and who you want to be. So that was kind of like our foundation. Today, the episode is called Embracing Yourself, and actually knowing yourself. And we're going to do an activity with that as well. But I definitely wanted to talk about embracing who you already are. And so we can go back and work towards obtaining the person that, or those characteristics that you wanted to become on the creating yourself. So embracing yourself, I remember, I remember when I was in the military, it was like, embrace the suck, because it's a lot. When you join the military, it's a cultural shock, it's the personal shock, but it's a lot of growing that you have to do. And, of course, with anything else in life, with the good, there's always the bad. So one of the phrases would be embrace the suck, and one thing that, I know for myself and, talking to other people is, not really, hopefully, I don't know if that's the word, but not really, embracing ourselves in depths, meaning, the good and the bad. And really, there isn't any good or bad. Everything is just what it is. But in this life, we understand things of being good and bad. But learning to embrace yourself and really knowing yourself, I think is definitely a starting point to, get yourself to the next level, or even just being at peace with yourself. So that's why I wanted to definitely double down on embracing yourself and knowing yourself. With that being said, we'll get to that in a minute. I got my notes. But ultimately, it's about learning something about yourself and then learning to practice it and creating a skill around it so you do it again and again and again. I heard this really cool quote. So what is it says? A lot of people attach it to like a financial or monetary value, but honestly, success is knowing your goal and working towards it. That is success. So anybody is successful if they have a goal and they're actively working towards it. So if that's you, you know, and even I've dealt with that too. I'm like, oh my gosh, you know, I want to be successful. I want to be successful. The key is actually being successful. And again, as long as you have a goal and you're actively working towards it, then you're successful. You're being successful, because it's the beauty in doing it. And this is something that I had to learn along the way, and I'm still learning to embrace, is enjoying the journey and the progression of it, not trying to get there, because at the end of the day, there's no there. You have to just embrace like the journey of becoming, and actually being successful. I hope that makes sense. So life is made up of consistent practice. There is no there. It's all about the journey. So again, I really wanted to double down on to start with the now, because at the end of the day, everything is now. We're always presently now. You know, a lot of times we, you know, we worry about the past, but that version of now is gone. And, you know, we're so anxious about the future. But at the end of the day, the only thing we really can do is just start with now and focus on now. Because at the end of the day, no matter what we've gone through, no matter if we feel like we fell, even, you know, we had a bad day earlier today, we're supposed to be in this moment, in this time. I don't know when you're watching this video, but we're all supposed to be here in this moment. Everything you've gone through, was a part of your journey for a reason. You may not understand it while you're in it, but it is what it is. Again, it's no good or bad. Just embrace where you are, accept where you are. And now we have the opportunity to choose for ourselves what's next. We have the opportunity, because at the end of the day, this is our life. So we can choose what's next for our life, and it's our choice. So even if we went through the worst thing, or we made, you know, at the end of the day, everybody is on some area in their journey, and it's all necessary. It's all a part of the purpose, because you never realize that you can use that not only for your next part of your journey, but maybe even to inspire the next person. So don't worry about what happened then, or worry about like, oh, how can I get to the next level? Just worry about what can you do now. I'm combining last week's theme, which was creating yourself, working towards what you want, and then on top of starting with now, where are you currently? I do want to slow down for a moment. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything. And as you hop on, go ahead and say hello, Xaye, so I can reach back out to you and tell you hello back. And if you're finding value in these workshops, and also if I want to know, like, if you're appreciating them being real time, definitely let me know in the comments below. Okay, so before we move forward, last time I did a I gotta write myself a note while I'm thinking about it. Last time, whoa, that was Instagram just have fell. Okay, last time I took a moment and just kind of like pause, because normally, because I'm like, hold on, why am I feeling kind of rushed? But normally, anytime I do anything like oh snap, whoa, any like personal development or anything, I like to just take a moment and pause. So what we're gonna do, same thing we did last week, is we're going to just take a moment, take a couple breaths, and then I'll do an intention for this video. I know I'm like probably already halfway through it, but it's okay. So let's just take a moment really quickly, and let's just pause. I don't know. It just always feels so good to me to literally just stop and allow myself to center and ground myself in the moment. Oh, I always get like a whoosh of like just fulfillment. Fulfillment, is that a word? Yeah. I'm like, did I use that correctly? Fulfillment and just like calmness and just being here and now. So even though I kind of already started the video, I want to go ahead and take a moment and just set the intention for this video. So, high power, thank you so much for this moment, for allowing us to just really pause and look inward, to be able to learn how to lead ourselves and really just embrace who we are in this moment. Thank you for everything that you have done for us and you are continuing to do. Even whenever we feel like we're lost, we know that everything that you are doing for us has meaning and is for a purpose. So I in this video, we ask that you continue to just give us guidance through our intuition and our gut, and let us, lean on you and just feel content in this moment as we work towards our personal fulfillments on this journey with you and for you. We ask that you in this moment to really just bless us and just give us certainty, give us clarity, give us calmness in our hearts, our minds, and our spirits as we do this journey. Sometimes it gets hard and we may lose sight to just be thankful for you. But in this moment, just bless us, continue to bless us and love on us, and just answer anything that our hearts are yearning for, even if we cannot find the words. We ask that you just love on us and just pour into us as we strive on this journey to become, to level up and to serve and to love on each other as well. Again, we just really want to embrace where we are in this moment, be content, feel fulfillment, and do it, through alignment and love from you. Thank you so much, and let's do this. Let us do this in present and with openness, no restricting ourselves, no limiting beliefs. Xaye. Okay, sometimes it's kind of weird. I'm like, oh my gosh, people are watching me. Yeah, so that's the intention. You can also set your personal intention as well. But I like to, like I said, when I'm doing personal work like this, I really like to just take a moment. Normally, I may meditate a little bit longer just to really get myself in the moment. Like sometimes I need like 20 minutes to ground myself, because I'm like anxious and thinking about this and thinking about that. But even if you do like 30 seconds, a minute, just to really get yourself, get your conscious mind to start being in control and not let your habitual body just lead you anymore, because that's been in automatic mode and we want to be conscious on this journey. So embrace yourself. Embrace yourself is really just accepting and loving who and all that you are right now. Here you are in this moment. I know normally when you ask somebody, what do they like about themselves, or what are you good at, the mind automatically goes to what we're not good at, or it's easier for people to say what they're not happy with or what they're not good at or whatever it may be, versus like really just loving who they are and where they are right now. So that's why this activity, we're going to focus on 2 questions, but it's still all in one activity. And pretty much the questions are, what am I good at? Like, what are my strengths? That's going to be on one side of the paper. And then the other side is going to be, what do I need to improve? What am I not happy with? Okay, because again, you have to know where you are. You have to have a starting place. You have to have a foundation in order to get to the next level. You can't just go and start, going for something and not know where you are. You have to embrace and accept where you are and then move on to get to the next level. So what I'm going to do is take a sheet of paper. And you can do this any way that you choose, but I'm just going to take a sheet of paper, a blank sheet of paper, fold it in half. And for the purposes of this video, we are probably going to start with three things that you that you're naturally good at, and then three things that you want to improve. But again, it's all about starting with where you are now. Okay, so at the top you can say, woo, woo, woo. Oh my gosh, all my devices are falling. Why is this happening? Okay. Makes me not even want to write on this. Okay. I don't like the way that is. Okay, so I hope it doesn't fall again. I'm gonna just write on my leg. How about that? Okay, so why is this happening? Get it together. My iPad and my phone acting up. Okay, so we're gonna start with this is, you can do it however you want to. I'm gonna show you my example though. I'm trying to decide if I should do. Okay, we'll just do know yourself. And I always do this differently. Sometimes I journal it out. Most of the times I journal it out. Sometimes I do bullets. Sometimes I'll get a blank piece of paper and just write. So it's so many ways that you can do this. It's not like, oh, I don't have to do it this exact way to get what I want. So the questions that we're going to ask ourselves are to know ourselves. And I'm going to show y'all. Just give me 1 second. I just wanted to do it real time, so that way you don't feel like lost. Because I know a lot of times whenever I'm like working on something, well, used to, I would have trouble starting because I wanted, even if it's like virtual accountability or, to do it in real time. Like, for instance, whenever because sometimes I just do my YouTube workouts, and I like the girls or the workout people, I like the trainers who do it in real time versus, they saying, hey, do this, do this, do this. And it's like a 5-minute video. I'm like, no, show me the whole video, do it with me so I can finish this thing. So that's why I like the live style. Mm-hmm. So everybody's goals are different. And remember, you are successful as long as you know what your goal is and you're actively working towards it. You're technically successful. But again, you have to know what you need to work on in order to get there, right? So this is how I did mine. I split it down the middle. I didn't want to do all good and all bad. I do, some people say, oh, I thought it was about to fall. Some people say that you need to improve your weaknesses, but then I've also heard other people say that focus on your strengths and use that. To be honest, I think I agree more with like maximize your strengths. But I mean, if there are some things that you want to be like really, really good at, but you're not good at yet, of course you can also improve those too. But I feel like a lot of people focus on their, I don't want to say weaknesses, but focus on their areas of improvements, and then they let that define them instead of maximizing and like expanding their strengths. I don't know if that makes sense. But this is what I did. I did know yourself. What do I need to improve? What am I not happy with? Because at the end of the day, it's all about being happy. Then I got embrace yourself. What am I good at? Well, actually, I probably should switch the titles. It don't matter. What are my strengths? Okay. Can you see? And you can do it any way you want to. But the idea I was thinking of doing it is, I hope that don't fall, is, so let's talk about some things that you are good at. Like, so for me, but, and the reason why I didn't want to just say, hey, going back to your, maybe I should go get it, but going back to your journal. So I know and I'm just using 3 of them. But so last week, whenever we did creating yourself, like some characteristics of you that you wanted to improve, I'll just use like 3 examples. Let me think of 3 of my examples. They were what were the things I wanted to improve? Now I'm trying to, and I forgot my freaking book. It's over there. I just don't feel like getting up. What were the things? I know I said I wanted to be, okay. So one of the things that I wanted to improve, yeah, I should have definitely switched these titles around. But one of the things that I wanted to improve is being more content. And for me, content is like being like more in the moment. And I don't have my definition. I feel so unprepared today, but hey, we're gonna get through it. But like being more like, I don't want to say satisfied, but I guess being more patient with the process, and like being more content, and I don't want to say satisfied, but being more content with this moment in my life, and not like trying to rush to the next level, but letting the journey unfold. And I feel like I'm grateful, but just being more present and being more content and enjoying where I am today in this moment, if that makes sense. So that was one of my some other examples. And if you didn't do the last week's, I suggest you go back and look at it. But ultimately, the question for last week is, who are you? Know yourself, create yourself. So what we did was we created a list of things that you wanted to become, or things that you wanted to achieve or be, like characteristics. So like if you wanted to be more confident, you write that down. So for me, mine was being more content. And so knowing yourself, like, what am I good at? What are my strengths? So in order to be more content, like, what am I good at currently? And what are my strengths? And you can do it sentences, or you can do like a couple words. As far as contentment, that is my goal. Like, I want to work towards being more content. So the question, to know myself, what am I good at right now in this moment in my life in order to get to contentment? Does that make sense? So right now, my strengths or things that I'm good at is I would say for me, self-care. Like, you know what I mean? Like, for me, I am really, really good at my morning routine where I journal and I journal, I meditate, I pray, you know what I'm saying? So the reason why I think it's important to note, like, okay, your strengths and your areas of improvement when you're going for a goal is that way it balances out and you don't feel like, oh my gosh, I'm using my example, I want to be more content, but I don't have patience, or I don't have you know what I mean? Instead of focusing on the negative, what you're doing is you're saying, hey, confidence is my goal. I want to be more confident. And you want to focus on, okay, this is where I am. Like, if being confident was one of my goals, which it has been in the past, I would say, okay, to be confident. If my goal is to be confident, I hate this angle, but I'm gonna leave it alone so it don't fall. But anyways, if my goal was to be confident, right? I would say, okay, what are my personal strengths? And you have to answer this for yourself. For me, I know that I am very tenacious. Like, so if there's something that I really want to do, I'm very tenacious. So I'm going to get it done. Like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to get it done. I'm going to persist to that thing. So that's for me. That, and I think that's a strength. Like, some people be like, girl, you're doing too much, let it go. But for me, I see it as a strength. So I know, like, if I keep, and I can tell myself, I can keep working towards my confidence and like just really ensuring myself that I can still achieve it, because I have that as a strength. And it's all your personal experience. I mean, your personal opinion. Don't worry about what nobody else said. Like, for example, some people say being tenacious is not a good thing. I don't care what they say. I believe it's a strength. But going back to confidence, if my goal is confidence, my strength is being tenacious. But then my area of improvement, or something that I can continue to improve on, would be it would be, for me, consistency. That's just being real. So I know that even though I'm tenacious, I'm not like 100% consistent all the time, right? I'm consistent sometimes. So, and that's just me being real. You have to, when you're doing this personal work and on your journey, you have to be honest with yourself. You can't allow your shame or your embarrassment to hold you back or not be real. And honestly, when you're doing this work, you can do it in a personal journal. You don't have to show anybody or tell anybody. You can do the work and even burn it up or put it on the table. Put it on the toilet. You can do whatever you want to do. But make sure when you're answering these questions, you're being honest with yourself. Don't lie to make yourself feel better about your answer. Because again, success is actively going towards a goal. It's not about, well, I don't want to look at this part of my life because I'm embarrassed. It's like, okay, but you still can grow, you still can improve. So that's what it would look like. So for instance, like I said, for me, being more content would be one of my goals. And you can do this any way you want. So I'm over here like improv low key. And then, so what is something that I'm good at in order to, in my mind, you don't even have to have all the answers. What you could do, you can YouTube and you can Google of how other people did it. But a lot of this is going back to believing in yourself and trusting yourself. Like, I don't really know what contentment looks like, because I honestly did not look up what contentment looks like for most people. But for me, in my mind, on the idea of contentment, what I want to achieve, I have an idea of what it looks like. And we are gonna break this stuff down even more. Because I feel like, clarity is key. Clarity is so key. Like, when you are clear and you know that you know, and you can see it and you can feel it, I think things are easier to achieve. But what was I going with that? Oh, that was so good. I don't even remember what I was saying. Oh yeah, you can Google and get ideas from other people, or YouTube or whatever. But it has to be something you want to embody and something that you truly want to work for, if that makes sense. So for me, going back to knowing yourself, what am I good at? Well, my goal is to be more content. What am I good at? I would say, I'm gonna say morning routine, AM routine. And then in parentheses for me, I'm gonna say journal, gratitude, meditating, and I'll just put that. Okay, and then so what do I need to improve? And then it can be, you can, like, I'm gonna say learn about practicing. I told y'all don't. I'm gonna show y'all, but don't mind my handwriting. Practicing patience. Okay. And then I'm gonna do another one. So what was another goal that I really want? I hate that I left my journal over there. And I did, just so y'all know, I did go and I finished my first assignment, because I know, like, we were running over time. And I was like, finish this. So if you did not finish last week's assignment, make sure you do it. Because it's all building blocks. It's all building blocks. Okay. What was another one of my goals? I'm just trying to remember. Another one of my goals, let's say, financial. And I'm just using different things so it can appease to everybody. You know what I'm saying? So let's say if one of my goals is, financial freedom, whatever. Okay. So knowing myself, where am I now? What am I good at? When it comes to financial freedom, what are my strengths? I think I am, when it comes, and you have to, like, pay, like, if you want financial freedom, you have to know where you are, right? And that's why you're doing the know yourself part, and you're asking yourself, where am I now? What am I good at? What are my strengths, right? So for me, right now, when it comes to financial freedom, I feel like, for me, the things that I feel like that are important is, for me, being being willing to do what's necessary. Like right now, when it comes to my business, we're well, I'm gonna just say financially, we're learning about, like, different investments. We're learning about different investments. So, like, I just started learning about cryptocurrency. We invested in it. So I feel like, and when I say I'm talking me and my boyfriend, because we do business together. We are taking the steps of, we're willing to do whatever it takes, as far as we are willing to put money up, and we learn about something and we put money in. I feel like that's a strength for us. We're willing. And also, like, we're willing to learn. And we are on a journey to, like, believing that we deserve more. I think that's important. Like, you have to build a skill, like, start believing that you are worthy, deserving, and capable to have more as well. So I feel like we are I'm just say willing. I'm gonna say willing, coachable, and hungry. I ain't speaking on him, but for myself, okay, so what are some areas of improvement? What am I not happy with as far as my financial freedom? I feel like for me personally, I need to get in a place to where first of all, becoming financially fit, period, because I'm still reading this this personal finance book. It takes time. So I think one area of improvement is to definitely be more patient with the journey of financial freedom. Be more patient, because honestly, some of the things that we think are a problem in our life as well, sometimes it's not even a problem. We just feel like it is. So when you put it on paper and you're being honest with yourself, you're like, oh, okay, this is the part of the process. So being more patient, and then also another area of improvement that I know I need to work on when it comes to I need to be more like my boyfriend. He be up to I feel like I'm good, but he be up to 5 o'clock his time, which is midnight my time. But he don't stop working until the work's done. But I'm like, I can finish this tomorrow, right? And that's just me being real. So I feel like one of the things that I feel like I need to, when it comes to financial freedom, I feel like I need to be more efficient with time. And another thing that I want to say, another area of improvement for me when it comes to reaching my financial goals are I would say be more I would say maybe I want to learn more. I really want to challenge myself. I want to learn all that I can. But I will be honest, it's actually been I haven't, it needs to be something that I do every single day. Being more consistent. Maybe that needs to be something I need to write down. But I guess being more consistent with my personal development time. So I have it in my schedule that at least an hour a day I take time and I, learn about whether it's entrepreneurship, whether it's business, whether it's something personal development. But I don't always do that hour, and that's just me being real. Sometimes I'll do 10 minutes, or watch a little cute. But I feel making it a priority to continue to be excellent in financial freedom. So I think prioritizing personal development time. Yeah. Okay. And if you're finding this helpful, if you're watching this live, or even if you're watching the replay, go ahead and let me know if you're finding this activity helpful. And also, let me just go ahead and show you what I got. And again, it's messy, y'all. It's messy. Don't mind my handwriting. So, and I did it backwards too. See, you ain't even got to do it perfect. I hate this angle. Hold on, let me fix this angle. Oh, this is not much better, but whatever. I'm not used to sitting back. Normally I'm up. But anyways, don't pay no attention to my handwriting. But anyway, so I messed it up. But under embracing yourself, put the questions under embracing yourself. You need, what do I need to improve? What am I not happy with? That's under embracing yourself, because that's where you're starting at, right? And then on the other side of the paper, you got know yourself. And under know yourself, you got what am I good at? What are my strengths, right? So do you understand? Like, these titles are supposed to be backwards. But then, so under embracing yourself, you got, what do I want to improve? What am I not happy with? Right? And know yourself. What am I good at? What are my strengths? Does that make sense? Okay. So my examples, so I just put over here like the goals, like the goals that we talked about last week, like some things that you want to achieve. Like for me, one of my goals was being more content, right? So under being more content, I'm trying to read backwards. I can't read back. So what do I need to improve? So being more content, I just wrote this thing all backwards, y'all. Anyways, but I was following fine. Yeah, I did it so backwards. It's okay. Yeah. Okay. What do I need to improve as far as being, my goals are over here. My goal is to be more content. Okay, so what do I need to improve on? And for me, I'm going to start learning about, so I guess for me, one way to learn about being patient is watch YouTube videos or like Google, like what is the process to learn patience? That's something that I need to improve on. But what am I already good at? I feel like things to be like to learn contentment for me is journal, gratitude, and meditation. I feel like those are going to be key on that journey. So I feel like that's something I'm already good at, right? So what is another goal for me? Financial freedom. What are some things that I'm good at? Like, that's knowing myself. Where am I starting at? I know that I'm willing, I'm coachable, and I'm hungry. And then it says, what do I need to improve? What am I not happy with? Being more patient, being more efficient with time, and prioritizing my personal development time. I feel like I'm confusing y'all because I'm like, what the hell? What am I talking about? We're going to do one more, guys. One more. And we're going to go from like right here. Okay. So what is another goal? And I'll do an easy one. Just to make sure we all tracking. Okay. So let's say confidence. Let's say if your goal is confidence. And I'm going to do this one like step by step. So for me, you can do your paper however you want to do it. But if the goal is confidence, you put confidence over here, right? Okay. So the first question is, what am I, and remember I did mine backwards. So you got to know yourself, right? So what am I good at? What are my strengths? So if my goal is to be more confident, right? Something that I'm personally already good at is, for me, I'll say, I am good at, I'll say I'm a good student, right? Okay. Another thing that I'm already good at, if my goal was confidence, something that I know that the reason why I've said that I'm a good student is because in my mind, like most things are skills. Like people, I know some people feel like, okay, this person is just like this, but there are hard skills and soft skills. So a lot of things like confidence, I feel like it's a soft skill, but it's something that you can learn to have or you can learn to be. You know what I mean? It's not like you got it or you don't. When it comes to confidence, it's something that you have to practice a little bit every single day. You have to practice it. It's a skill. Like anybody can learn confidence. Anybody can learn how to, and I'm just using my example, how to be more content. Like all these are skills. Like, you know, even if your goal is to lose weight, that's not really a skill, but that's something that you have to work at and you have to progress and you have to become good at. So the reason why I put student for confidence, because in my mind, I understand that to be a skill. So since that's a skill, you need to be able to work towards it, train, practice, learn about it. You know what I'm saying? It's not like something you wake up one day and you got confidence. It's like something you have to like get educated on. You have to learn those traits in order to be confident, right? So that's why I personally put being a student, because I know that I am capable to learn to learn what's required in order to be confident in that area. Because you can have a very confident person that may be confident in something that they know, but they may not be, like, you may have, like, I don't know, I'm gonna just use Michael Jordan. He was very, very, very confident in basketball, right? So he was like is the best known basketball, but he also played baseball. I don't know how confident he was in baseball, but I'm just using this for example. He played baseball professionally, but he's not known for that. So maybe he didn't, and I'm just using this as an example. I don't know the man, I'm just using this as an example. But maybe he didn't have the confidence that he had in basketball. Maybe he didn't have that in baseball. And, just speaking hypothetically, that one of those reasons may be because he put in way more practice. He developed the skills, the techniques, and every single detail about basketball, but maybe he didn't put the time, or he didn't put the time that he did in basketball that he put in baseball, and that's probably why he was better at basketball. That's just an example. Let's say if you are a great cook, but you don't know math. You are a great cook because you've practiced cooking over your life, or you went to school for whatever, because you've practiced it over and over and over. Some people just got it. Like, some people just know how to cook. But again, it's not like they were born on how to cook. They probably had like an affinity towards it, but they I'm pretty sure they burnt up some stuff. It was a learning process for them to learn, oh, this flavor goes with this. You do this at this temperature. You know what I mean? It was a process. It wasn't like they just woke up as a cook. You know what I'm saying? They had to learn versus, what did I say? Being a cook versus being math. A lot of people are intimidated by math. I mean, there are people who just got a knack for it. They have an affinity towards it. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, there are some baby geniuses out there, but they still practice and they learn how to do the equations. They learn the different formulas. They learn. Some people catch it on faster, but if you really wanted to be a math expert and you weren't that good, you would just have to try a little bit harder. You would have to learn the skills and, all the rules and stuff in order to get good at it. So I hope that makes sense. And I know that was a long explanation, but that's why when I said, like, for example, if one of my goals were to be more confident, I would say knowing myself, what am I good at? What are my strengths? I feel like for me, just using me as an example, because I feel like confidence is like something that a lot of people talk about. I know I'm a good student. I know I'm capable to learn something new. I'm capable to take the time to learn something new. I know I can learn something new, right? That's what being capable is. And again, confidence is a skill. Most things are skills, but people don't really see it like that. Another thing that I'm good at, I would say one of my strengths is communication. I feel like being able to speak for myself is something that I'm good. If I know what I'm talking about, I can explain it. But if I don't really know, or, don't get me up here talking about no race cars or no football or nothing. I understand football, but I'm not about to sit here and talk to you. You know what I mean? Like, my confidence, I ain't gonna say, I'm less confident, but I am not competent or confident to explain football to you. But I can talk about, like, other things that I am confident in, if that makes sense. So, going back to confidence, to embrace myself. What do I need to work on? And what am I not happy with when it comes to confidence? See, I feel like I've kind of overcome that, because I feel like if there's something My phone was full earlier. Something wrong with my phone. But I feel like at one point in my life, I wasn't that confident. But what I learned for me is whatever that thing I wanted to be confident. Like for instance, I was not confident last year. Actually, up until February of this year, I was not confident doing lives at all. Now you see I'm just messing up, I'm all over the place, but I'm just like, okay, whatever. Like I know I'm not afraid anymore. Like I know I'm human, I know I'm going to make mistakes, but I used to be shaking in my boots, like if I had boots, but I used to be so scared and like so nervous to do live video on social media. So what did I do? I did it last year, and I'm telling y'all can ask my boyfriend. So when I officially started doing like lives, I started like, I'm gonna say January, maybe April of last year. I want to say April of 2020 is when I really started doing lives. Y'all, it would take me 6 hours, because again, I work from home, I work for myself, so it would take me like 6 hours, 8 hours to go live. And I would be so scared, so nervous. Like I would practice what I was gonna say. Like if you go back, and my stuff is on YouTube, or if you just go down my page, you would see me like literally reading every single word, because I used to be so scared doing social media lives. But now what I did was, up until January of this, well, I'm gonna say February 1st of this year is whenever I stopped being scared, because number one, I did it from April all the way up to January 2021. But January 2021 until February 1st of this year, I did a live every single day. I practiced every single day. I messed up. Sometimes I didn't even have nothing to talk about, but I just knew I needed to do a live in order to overcome the fear of doing lives, aka being confident in doing lives. So again, and now whenever it's time for me to go live, I just press the button and go. Now, I mean, sometimes I just have to think of what I'm gonna say, but I'm not like anxious or scared, or I don't have anxiety. My heart not about to pop out my chest, like. But I had to learn those skills. So I feel like I keep stopping. Going back to my boyfriend just said, it's true, laugh out loud, you've come a long way. Proud of you, babe. Thanks, sweetie. Okay, so what, I'm just using this as an example. What do I need to improve on? What am I not happy with? When it comes to confidence, what do I need to improve on? I feel like I'm gonna just say doing it more. Like doing more of what I'm good at. And when I say doing more, for me, that's like increase the frequency or doing more. Like let's say if I want to be more confident in singing. If I want to be more confident in singing, I need to have singing lessons 3 days a week instead of once a month. You get what I'm saying? Like increasing the frequency. I hate that this I wrote it wrong, but I hope y'all understand what I am saying. I hope y'all understand what I'm saying. So this was just another example. So I put the goal over here, right? And the titles are backwards. I put the goal over here. The goal is over here, right? And you can do it any way you want to. But then under know yourself, which is this side, it says, what are you good at? What are your strengths? But I wrote, what am I good at? What are my strengths? And then on the other side, embrace yourself. What do I need to improve on? What am I not happy with? And then you write the things that you need to improve on. Okay? So that is ultimately the next step in order to creating yourself, to learning how to lead yourself. Again, the reason why this exercise, and please let me know. I'm gonna be real. I do feel like because I wrote it wrong on my paper, I feel like I was kind of all over the place. So if you like, Xaye, I don't know what you're talking about. Definitely let me know in the comments, and I will definitely I can do another video and make it more clear and more plain, because I do feel like because I wrote it wrong, it was kind of confusing. But I tried to explain to you, you know, you can have all these goals. You can say, example, oh, I want to lose 50 pounds, right? This is an example. You can say, I want to lose 50 pounds. But if you never really pay attention to be like, oh, where am I now? If you weigh, let's do easy numbers. Let's say if you never get on a scale to see where you weigh now, like, yeah, you know where you want to go, which is you want to lose 50 pounds, but you have to get on the scale now to know where you're starting from. You have to have a starting place. So that's why knowing yourself, embracing yourself is so important. So, because I know for me, there are some times where I feel like I could have bypassed a whole bunch of life lessons because it's like I low-key forgot something that I already learned. Like, has that ever happened to you where you learned something, like, you know, weeks ago, months ago, years ago, but it's like you keep repeating the same life lessons because you didn't embrace, you know, where you were? Like, that tends to happen to me. So I feel like if you really have a starting point and embrace it, don't see it as, oh, going back to the weight loss, don't see it as, oh, you know, I'm fat, it's the end of the world, you know, I'm never going to achieve it. Like, say, you know what, right now, and I'm just using easy numbers, right now I am 200 pounds, right? I know I want to get down to 150. I want to lose 50 pounds. So you know where you are, your starting point. You need to embrace that. Boom, I am right here. I'm at 200 pounds. I know where I want to go. My goal is 150 pounds. So, you know, right now, what do I need to improve? I need to improve my exercise habits, and I need to improve, you know, my eating habits, right? I need to improve, you know, how much alcohol I drink. I need to improve my water intake, right? Those are the things I'm not happy with, right? So you put that under embrace yourself, right? Because that's where you are. That's your starting point. But in order to lose that 50 pounds to get where you want, you have to know yourself. Like, what am I good at? What are my strengths? I know, you can say, I know if I meal prep, right? I know if I meal prep, I'm going to eat the food instead of stopping at a restaurant or fast food. You know what I'm saying? I know, you know, if I go ahead and lay my workout, my gym clothes out at night, I know I feel more motivated to go to the gym. So does that make more sense? Definitely let me know in the comments if this exercise made sense for you. If it did not, please let me know, and I will be creative and do it. Like I said, you don't even have to do it in this form, in this fashion. For me, I just felt like, again, it was important that you can see your strengths, and you can also see your areas of improvement, so that way you're not out here beating up yourself because you're not already at where you want to be. You know what I mean? Because I feel like a lot of us, we get paralyzed because we're focused on, well, I'm not there yet, or all the bad stuff, even though there is no bad, but that's how we relate it in our minds. So I think it's very important for you to see, okay, I have some areas I need to work on, but at the same time, look, I have something that I'm already good at, and I can use that to my benefit in order to get to that goal. Okay. I want y'all to know, again, that this platform is learning to lead. Again, leadership, you know, the process of learning, enthusiasm, you know, look at me, need to go back to my notes. Learning to strive a life of excellence, ambition, authenticity, discipline, and determination. They are all, at the end of the day, skills, right? It's something you can learn. So any goal that you want to achieve, you can absolutely 100% achieve that, because at the end of the day, a skill is just the ability to do something well. You have to train in order for it to become your expertise or for you to be good at it, right? So if you found value in this workshop, this is episode 2. I will be back again live next week, Thursday at 6 p.m. So go ahead, if you don't already, depending on which platform this is, make sure you follow, you like, and you subscribe. And I want you all to remember that you are worthy, you are deserving, and you are capable. You can achieve anything you want in your life. I will see you in the next video.